And we've got one great show ahead of you.
I love it when I come to shoot.
Duckwood, Frank.
And welcome to another exciting edition of the Great Lakes Smoke Show. Take it away, Ron.
Good evening, aficionados, and welcome to another Great Lakes podcast show. We got a great special guest tonight, folks. So glad you're joining us. And we want to thank you, as usual, to listen and learn so much from our shows. Also, please share the show right now. Put your watch party on. Get everybody you know to jump on, because we do have an exciting guest that basically, I want to say, was born into the leaf. So we'll get to him shortly. The rest of you get a paper and pen out. There's dates that we want to give you and information that you should write down tonight. All righty, I think that's a pretty good situation going. And also, for all you that would love to become one of our sponsors, please get in touch with us. PM us. You can email us at greatlakesmokeshow@aol.com. We're always looking for sponsors. We just love promoting what you have. So before things get started, before we bring our special guest on, let's take it away, Frank, and let's do a beautiful sponsor show. All right?
On a small farm nestled along a river in southern Honduras grows an estate-grown tobacco so exceptional. Stop, please. No moss. This is Dan Blunt for Alec Bradley Cigars. Some copywriter handed this to me expecting me to read it. Good Lord. Do me a favor. Pick up an Alec Bradley cigar. Light it up. Spend an hour with it. You'll be glad you did. We'll talk again real soon.
Loyalty, passion, courage. These are the founding principles of K by Karen Berger Cigars. The Maduro, the Habano, and the newly rated 93 by Cigar Journal Connecticut. Do yourself a favor and check out this wonderful line of cigars that come from a completely linear company from seed to your hands. Experience the magic of Rockefeller Cigars today. With 11 years steeped in tradition, passion, and mystery of the leaf, Rockefeller has a cigar just for you. Be like the greatest magicians and make Rockefeller Cigars appear in your lineup with any of our 4 lines. The Nicaraguan, the Dominican Blue, the Vintage Gold, and our new LE, The Art of Magic.
And we're back. How are you, everybody? Thank you very much. Again, if you're interested, we're always looking for more sponsors. So jump aboard, get in touch with us, and we will promote the daylights out of what you got. Anyway, tonight's special. Oh, Chris Patterson there. Hello, Chris. How you doing? Good evening, brother. Tonight, the one and only Mr. Jack Torano. How are you, Jack? And thank you very much.
How are you guys? It was quite the ordeal getting on this show.
The crowd was roaring.
The audience here is going nuts.
I'm coming to you from the lobby of the Courtyard Marriott in Buckhead. So
nice.
Awesome. In what head?
I was going to be out of the courtyard, but it started raining. Now I'm in the lobby.
All right. Well, good. So that means you can't smoke, huh?
I can't smoke. I think it's
sorry.
brownie farm.
We'll smoke for you. Don't worry, Jack.
We're having it. So
We're smoking the Espinosa
number 5.
Number 5.
The Habano.
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 The
Excellent.
Habano.
Very nice.
Love it.
Nice.
Beautiful draw.
I wish I was smoking it along with you guys.
Yeah,
So do we.
So where are all you guys? Where are all you guys located?
Well, the
Roddy,
three of
where are you
us
at?
are in Chicagoland. It's a place called Fox Lake, Illinois. It's right on the Wisconsin border. And Kyle is just like 10 minutes south of me. And Frank is in Lake
Very
Mary.
south of us.
Lake Mary, Florida.
So my brother's in Barrington, Illinois. So you're not too far from there.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
very
not at all.
close.
About 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yep.
So I'm in Wakanda, so right next to you.
Excellent. Excellent.
Right next to. Yeah. I lived up in Chicago for about 14 and a half years. I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
God bless you.
We don't know how we're doing it. Yeah. The weather here is unbelievable. The taxes are unbelievable. Everything's just unbelievable. But, you know,
And not in a good way.
Talk to me in January.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I think I like you where you are.
We'll
down
come
there.
visit you in January.
Yeah, you should.
We want to thank
Absolutely.
you so much for taking time out, and basically, we have an audience of 26 countries and people all around the world who really don't know anything about you or actually your family. And I don't know if you want to talk about that and do a little introduction, and then talk about the whole Espinosa cigar line there for you. So, I mean, the show is yours. Take it away, run with it, because I know you can talk.
Oh, don't worry. I'll interrupt you. Jack. Don't worry.
So the Toraño family, for those that don't know, began in the cigar industry in 1916 in Cuba. We had, by the revolution, we had 17 farms, and we were basically growers and brokers of the leaf. And then when the revolution hit and we were ousted out and our farms were taken away from us, my dad, we all ended up in Miami. My dad went to Nicaragua to rebuild the name there. And my uncle, Carlos Toraño, went to the Dominican Republic. And other brothers and other cousins went to other parts of the world. I mean, if you look at the history of tobacco in any country in the 60s, you will find the Toraño working there. It's a really cool history. If you look at the history of cigars in Nicaragua, you'll see my dad's name, Jaime Toraño, on a lot of the things. And Carlos Toraño, my uncle, same thing in the Dominican Republic. So they passed away in the
It was your grandfather,
Go ahead.
Santiago, who started the company, I guess?
That was my grandfather. Yes, Santiago, my grandfather. I never got to meet him, but I think we have actually one picture of him. But
Really? Wow.
Santiago started, passed it on to his three sons, my dad, my uncle, and my two uncles. And then it just kept being passed through the family. It ended up with my uncle's son, Carlos Toraño, the one that you guys are probably familiar with, and his son, Charlie. And they took it from growers and brokers of the leaf to manufacturers of other people's cigars. And then in the mid-90s, the Toraño brand of cigars started. But at that time, we were making a lot of CAO and a lot of other brands. And then the Toraño brand began. And
then
and
2014
hit.
hit.
In the 80s, we're not there yet.
I jumped too far.
Wow.
Settle down.
You jumped way too far.
He's so excited to get you. I mean, look at that.
We're gonna have to mute Frank tonight.
I know.
You would think this was a 5-minute show as quick as you wanted to get this.
Frank, we got an hour to go.
Can I just back up a little bit on that story? Can I just back up a little bit on that story? Is there any reason that
yes,
one person went to Nicaragua, one person went to the Dominican? Was it just to sample different tobaccos, or just a matter of choice?
I don't know the exact reason. There was a calling for cigars and growing of tobacco in Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic. So I think they kind of branched out. Like I said, other family members went to Brazil, Costa Rica, Honduras, and it, the story is Carlos Toraño, my uncle, brought a bag of Cuban seeds with him to the DR and introduced that strain of tobacco to the Dominican Republic. It's to this day it's Dominican Piloto Cubano. It dates back to my uncle.
Wow.
And then a lot of the tobacco back in Nicaragua dates back to my dad. So there's a real rich history. In the 80s, I was selling leaf tobacco in a little warehouse with my grandfather in Miami for about 5 years, in a time where you couldn't give away cigars. I mean, it was a dying industry. And then in the early 90s, I started looking for something else to do. And no sooner did I get out, the boom hit. So my time
there's a reason for everything.
And I always stayed close to Carlos and Charlie and the family, and even attended a couple big smokes with them. But I was doing music for TV and radio commercials in Chicago, and really enjoying my life in Chicago. Never thought I'd get back into the cigar industry. And lo and behold, in 2010, that all started coming back around, and it looked like I was moving back to Miami, and I needed a job. So I reached out to Charlie, and I got what I thought would be the last job I ever had in my life, which would be for RnA Cigars, until here we are, 2014.
Okay.
2014.
Oh, man, you Frank, just stop rushing.
2014, the brand was sold to General, and I worked for a smaller boutique company, and about a year and a half later, I ended up working for General, giving the Toraño brand another shot. And I gave it my all for 2.5 years, but it really didn't have the backing. General really didn't have the warm and fuzzies for the brand. So it ended up becoming an internet-only brand, really. And that opened the door for me to look elsewhere. And Eric Espinosa and I have been friends for a long time. And I've always wanted to be a part of Espinosa. I think it's an amazing company, and he's an amazing human being that just has a knack for making cigars. And the timing was perfect. And I was out of a job the end of 2018. 2 days later, I was a national sales director for Espinosa in 2019, and it's been 2.5 years. And my only worry is that every one of these companies, my job has lasted 2 to 3 years, and that's where I am right now. So
no. I think you're safe. I think right now Espinosa's got them. I mean, how many brands do you have? Like, you must have like 9 or 10 brands, no?
More than that. I mean, we got the whole 601 line. We got our core lines, the Habano, the La Mancha, the Crema, the Murciélago. We have a flavored cigar in Azúcar. We have our yearly limited releases, Se Provincia, Warhead, where we got 601 Black. So if anybody's familiar with the Warhead releases, it's the same blend every year in a different vitola, kind of to teach you that it was kind of made. I don't know if they expected it to last as long as it has. And we're coming up on Warhead 7, and we change the vitola every year, which changes the flavor of a cigar. And we put it out limited 2,000 to 3,000 boxes. Sells really well. We had a Connecticut, full-bodied Connecticut that Eric did years and years ago, 601 Black. And it had a cult following back then. And then we kind of teased it out during our big festival of Zonapalooza last year. And after it got such great reviews and everybody really talking about it, we decided to make that our Connecticut release, limited release. So 601 Black will be released once a year, 2,000 to 3,000 10-count boxes, and it'll be a different vitola every year. So we're very excited about that. We made it a PCA exclusive, PCA only release. So it will hit. It'll be able to be ordered on July 10th at the PCA.
And you're going to be there with at Vegas?
We'll all be there. We just got back from Vegas a month ago from the TPE, and now we're, it's an odd time in the cigar industry. We're going to have 3 trade shows in 8 months. I mean, that's unheard of. So we're all trying to wrap our head around. You want to come out with something new for each trade show. It's a little difficult these 8 months. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. TPE was fantastic, so we're hoping we got great expectations about PCA.
And now I seen one of your 601 lines you guys commissioned with the Smoke Inn for the La Bamba Bunker Buster, which I saw was like an amazing cigar.
Yeah.
What do you know about that?
Smoke Inn? Abe does this micro blend series, and he collaborates. It doesn't like that word collaborates, but he collaborates with a lot of manufacturers, and they come out with some really cool, unique releases, and we were a part of that with Bunker Buster, and then the second coming of Bunker Buster was Fubar. So Fubar came out about 1.5 years ago, and that took off, and we're working on some other stuff with Abe. So we're always working on stuff with Abe. It's a lot of fun. Awesome. Abe, I bust Abe's balls a lot. He busts my ass a lot. But dude, I have nothing but respect for him. He's a super creative person and really understands the industry. So.
And for those who don't know, that La Bamba 601 Bunker Buster is kind of like a tribute to our military too. They do ammunition type style boxes for it, and they put the stars and the stripes on it for the cigar bands.
Wonderful thing.
Whose brainstorm was that?
Abe and Eric Jr. Eric Jr. And Abe came up. I don't know who actually came up with that, and then they followed it up with Fubar. If you all know what Fubar means.
Yes.
Fucked up beyond all recognition.
Yeah.
So they get kind of creative with the names. It's a lot of fun, and Abe really doesn't follow the rules, so you get to really think outside the box with those things. Literally.
Well, that's a good thing, thinking outside the box.
Absolutely.
Because that's what gets people interested. It's the same old, but this label looks really interesting. And so thinking out of the box is a good thing. I think that people are really interested and curious, because as humans we are curious what's going on, what's in it, just the research, and people love finding new things.
Well, I think that's everybody's question. You walk into a brick and mortar store, and the first thing you ask is, what's new?
What's new?
Yeah. What are those things?
What's new?
Yeah. Absolutely. You want to try the newest thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes the newest thing.
I mean, I think it was funny.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's new to that person, though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Will you be having something
a few years ago? I'm sorry.
Will you be having something new in July for the show?
Yeah, July 10th. He said.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I missed that one.
We have quite a few things. Like I said, we have 601 Black. We have Se Provincias. If you guys are familiar with, this will be the 3rd rendition of Se Provincias. Se Provincias is a tribute to the original 6 provinces of Cuba. We started with Havana. We went to Matanzas, and this one will be Las Villas. So the boxes will unfortunately not be ready, but they will ship maybe a month or 2 after the show. We will be able to take orders, and we'll have samples of that cigar to show.
Nice.
So
Excellent.
Se Provincia, that's again the brainchild of Eric Jr. He does an incredible. He's in Nicaragua right now working on those boxes, and the boxes are. We only released 500 boxes. Last year's was 500 hand painted unique boxes by this Cuban artist, Edith Gutierrez.
Wow.
So it's kind of
box.
Yeah.
Wow.
Each box is different.
Wow.
So this year I think we're at 500 or 7. We might be doing 750. Another really unique box that's coming out. So Se Provincia. I don't want to say a lot about it, but if you Google the 6 provinces by Espinosa, the boxes are spectacular. And then we have Laranja. If you're familiar with our Laranja brand, we have Laranja, the original release, which in 2015 became the number 13 cigar in Cigar Aficionado's Top 25.
Yes,
And
I smoked it today.
by Laranja Escuro, which I was smoking before it started raining, was the cigar of the year in Cigar Snob magazine this past year. So we're releasing a third Laranja, the Laranja Azulejo. It's again a Brazilian word for. It's not really translates to be blue, but we're playing around with it. It's blue. We're gonna go with blue.
Azul.
I don't know if you guys can see.
Yeah. We didn't want to go Azul.
Beautiful.
That's the original. That's the original. That's Havana, and then if you look up the next one is even more incredible than that one. The one he's doing now is going to blow those two out of the water.
Wow.
So Azulejo will be at the trade show.
Okay.
And then we have I'm missing one. Warhead 7. Warhead 7 will be released at the trade show, and those boxes are unbelievable. I mean, he's probably pissing off some box company that's going to have to make these in Nicaragua right now because it's almost a die-cut box that holds 10 cigars and has the shape of the bomb. That's last year's. That's
nice.
2019. Yeah. And
So
again,
Yes.
those came in 20 counts. This latest one will be 10 count.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Are you
each
seeing-
cigar will come in its own coffin.
Are you seeing a trend to a 10 count box as opposed to the larger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have lately. Laranja, the Azulejo will come in 20 count boxes. But Warhead 7, 601 Black, and Say Provincia will be 10 count boxes.
Gotcha.
10 count boxes are really user friendly, especially at events.
Right.
I mean, they're $80, $100. You get the whole box experience.
Yeah, it's
People
like
seem to really, they don't have to drop $200.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of old
they
school.
seem to do
I'm
well
into
for us.
25 count.
Yeah.
I do. I used to like the 25 count.
Well, I think it's smart with the 10 because now they can get 10 of one and 10 of
And
the
10 of
other.
the
They're not just stuck with 20 and put all their money in one box.
Yeah.
By separating, I think you guys created actually an urge. Now I'm going to get 2 boxes of 2 different types.
Yeah, it's just.
I think it's a quicker sell.
It's the price point.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are more willing to part with $80
Right.
than anything that's over 100. It's like it's something psychologically when
Yeah,
you
I
get
guess.
over
What's-
100, it's like I don't know, but it's like $90. Yeah, here you go.
Well, like $9.99 is cheaper than 100.
Yes,
you know,
it
it's
is.
just because they have the 9.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah.
sales gig, you know. I mean, it
Well,
really.
$9.99 is actually way cheaper than 100.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yes, it is. That's the one cigar.
But by any chance, will you have any of the artists' boxes on display at least for what he's done in the past, so people can see that? Because I would love to see those boxes. Artists in particular. I mean, that's amazing.
We don't even have any. We don't even have any.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All
Yeah,
right.
the first 2 renditions were sold and they're kind of collector's items now. We don't
Right.
have any. We're hoping to have the Las Villas, the new one. We're hoping to have at least one dress box there that people can see when they order it. They'll get the cigar. They're gonna the cigar's there. It's got factory bands on it because we don't have the bands on it yet. But
Gotcha.
at least we'll be able to sample it. Those 2 cigars at the PCA. So we're excited about that.
I'm looking
Nice.
forward to it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
For sure.
Will
for
you
sure.
guys be there?
Yes.
Are you guys
Absolutely.
going?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Once we heard you were showing up, we were definitely coming.
Yeah. I don't know what.
I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna bring a 25 count box for you.
There you go.
So
I'm
just
not sure
to
what
tell you,
person gave it to us, but they gave us full media access passes. So, jokes on them.
yeah.
What the-
We're actually
the hell
going
are
to
they
see you
doing?
on. Hey, well, they like us. Somebody likes us. We're going to actually come and see you guys on Saturday,
Yeah.
and we're going to look at our schedule because on Sunday it's the easier day for you guys because Saturday we know everybody's getting hit. You really don't have time for interviews. But we will check with you on Saturday and see, get you on the line with you and everybody in the company. Anybody who wants to talk, we're going to do like a half hour, and we'll line that all up. And again, we're going to do personal interviews with you and all the other companies that we work with. And we've done that 2 years ago as our first show, and we actually tried to squeeze in. Was it 9 or 12?
We did 9 interviews in 8 hours. 9 interviews.
And that was running
around the entire floor with all this equipment. Let me tell you, it's no joke.
Yeah, it was.
But it can't be easy nailing people down because I mean, like Eric Espinosa, there's somebody in his face the entire time he's there.
Yeah,
so it's hard to pull him away for any type of reel. We just had that same issue with TPE that, you know, he's dealing with somebody and they're ordering cigars, and I'm like, Eric, you know, you got to do this interview. So it's really if I tell him he's got to do a half-hour interview, I might be that 2 or 3 year out of a job thing.
Well, we won't be that long.
We'll just keep him on for the half hour.
We don't need a full video. We'll just get a quick word. Say a quick word, Eric. Come on, say a quick word.
That's how we learned from last time, you know, because again, we were there on Saturday and we were hitting everybody up. And even though we were
working around their schedule, they would say, well, I can't do it now. Can you come back at 2 o'clock? Or can you back at, 11? So we were just jumping around back and forth.
The stupid thing, and we were only there for 1 day, and then we were flying out the next morning.
Yeah, we didn't know any better.
We're staying for 4 days this time, and we're
there. You go.
Yeah.
We already got all the strip bars.
We're one of the hosts of the. We're one of the hosts of the opening party. So that Friday night, Espinosa is one of the hosts. So.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, we'll be there for Friday night. Yes, we'll definitely see you on that. Mm-hmm. And, we're looking forward to actually seeing what's going on and the new items.
Table front center would be just fine with us.
You know where the party is this year? On the show floor.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Great.
Yeah. It's not in a separate ballroom. It's on the show floor.
So
it'll be interesting.
Yeah, right?
They're allowing to smoke?
I can get you
smoking on the show floor.
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
I can get you a couch in the Espinosa booth. That's the best I can do.
All right.
Oh,
we're there.
Absolutely.
With pillows?
You get 5 minutes on that couch.
That's right.
That's called therapy.
I've seen that couch before in a movie. It's weird.
All the cigars you can smoke in 5 minutes.
I think it was Debbie Does Dallas. But
yeah.
So I think it's going to be fun this year because having not had it last year, I think there's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of people looking forward to it,
Absolutely. I mean, we were shocked at how many people went out to the TPE. I think people are ready to get out and have a good time. And the TPE, the first 2 days they were driving us crazy with the mask thing. Okay. And then Las Vegas went mask free in day 3. Oh. And it was a different world, so it's going to be interesting what's going on in Vegas for TCA.
The world certainly opened up.
Now, did you see any smoking on the casino floors out there at all, or what was the take in Vegas?
The take? What I mean?
Well, I know a few casinos have now.
That means the mob gets their half, and everybody else gets theirs.
Miles, I that would be too much. What can I tell you?
What was the VIG?
Yes.
Yes. Let's don't take Lucky Louie in the 7th. It's a loser.
The TPE was the first trade show of any kind in Vegas in over a year. Wow. So it was. It seemed to go off without a hitch. I mean, it was. Make no mistake, the TPE is a CBD show.
Right.
Wow.
CBD, the gummies, all that stuff, and then it has an ever-growing cigar footprint. The cigar world is getting bigger. It's getting a bigger part of that, and I actually love the TPE because on day 3 I could go around and collect gummies.
Nice.
That's awesome.
There you go. You felt no pain on day 3.
Exactly.
And day 4, he doesn't remember.
It's all a blur.
Yeah, my bad bag all of a sudden is like, oh, this is great. Let's run for another hour.
I heard about that.
That's good, though.
As far as the feel, you know what? Before I get into all of that, we do have to take time out. It's our sponsor time. Can you hang out a little bit? I want to after the sponsors. Jack?
Absolutely.
All right, folks. We're going to go to oh no, we don't let them kick.
Before you light your next cigar, be sure to check out Cigar Medics, the makers of the patent-approved humidimeter. The humidimeter is a tool designed to display the relative humidity inside your cigar. With this device, there's no more guessing. Simply insert the probes into the foot or cap of your cigar, and you can instantly know if your cigar is ready to be smoked. Buy now on cigarmedics.com and see site for other cigar accessories. With the humidimeter, you'll know when to hold them and know when to smoke them.
DAV Cigars out of New York. Decades of experience combined with true love and deep understanding of cigars result in the highest of standard of each DAV hand-rolled cigar. RnA Treasures out of Tampa Bay, Florida. The last of a legacy. The last of an inventory of Thomas Cristiano in a warehouse where everything is aged and well kept for all your pipe and smoking needs.
At Norwood Royal Cigars, we have the biggest walk-in humidor in the Midwest. Our 1,500 square foot humidor is home to almost 4,000 different cigars that will meet the need of any cigar enthusiast. We have boutique blends to the more traditional selections and everything in between. From the novice beginner to the aficionado, the knowledgeable staff at NRC will find the perfect cigar for you. Located on the northwest side of Chicago, we want to be your shop for all your cigar wants and needs. As always, at Norwood Royal Cigars, light it, smoke it, love it.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Hey.
Indeed. Yes, thank you, Jack, for holding on.
Norwood Royal. Norwood Royal is one of my favorite places.
Oh, yeah.
I know them.
Nice.
It's unbelievable. We haven't yet to be there. They just became one of our sponsors, and we had
we got to
Vic
get down there
on the show, and he couldn't wait to get on, and he jumped aboard and became one of our sponsors. But they took us a walk around.
Well,
Go ahead.
Oh my God, their new humidor is insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Oh, you been up there? You seen
I
it?
was there a few months ago. I was there.
Is it over 4,000?
Yeah. Well, I was there when it was. I was there when
They were building.
I was there when it was being built. It's an entire space they took over and made a humidor, and then the shop is in the middle, and then a private lounge on the other side, private 24-hour lounge on the other one. Vic is a great guy. I've known Vic for years. Love the guy. Love that shop.
Yeah, we definitely got to make a trip down there on Saturday because it's just
now
just
that
a
the
regular
weather
store.
is better here, unfortunately, they're subjected to Chicago policies, which is no smoking. In their own lounge, they can't smoke. So you have to go outside, basically, unless you're in the private sector there. But
unless you know a guy.
Well,
Jack's is somebody.
We can tell.
Unless you know a guy.
You okay there? You got people moving on you?
No, I got to plug in.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to die on us.
Yep.
Give me 1 second.
Not on the air. That would be the first, folks. So I hope everybody's enjoying. We have the one and only Jack Toraño here on the line with Espinosa Cigars. He is flying. He is in Atlanta, Georgia.
There's Bruce.
There's our Bruce. Yes, sir.
Bruce.
How are you? Made it back. Thanks, Bruce.
Yeah.
Did you say hello to Bruce with Karen? Thanks for the picture. You guys look like you had a lot of fun up there in Ann Arbor area. All right. Hello, Jack.
Allison.
There she is.
Rockefeller Cigars.
Allison's Rockefeller. Allison's awesome.
Yes, she is.
Out of the PP a little bit.
She was there?
I love her.
Nice.
Yeah, she was at TPE.
She was there. She was there,
Yeah.
like 25 feet away from the Espinosa booth. So I would go over there and hang out with her, and I had her doing some dirty work for me.
What it was.
Keep it clean, Jack.
What happens in Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes viral. Yeah. They can tell us. We'll ask her. Hey, Allison, are you going to Vegas again? We're going
What
to see
happens
you.
in Vegas never stays in Vegas.
Vegas.
Somehow it always finds its way out to everybody else.
Yeah.
She's great. She.
Hey, Jack, I have a question for you, Jack. If you wanted to kind of resurrect the Toraño brand, could you? Are you allowed? Is that something that is like a no-no now? It's kind of like, we bought it, we buried it.
Only if they want to give me the brand. Yeah, it's owned by General.
Yeah.
So I can certainly put out a brand, but it can't be called Toraño.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's too bad that you can do that. So what if you?
I don't have it. I don't have any interest in putting out my own brand. So it's all good. It's all
There
good.
you go.
You're still young, so you don't know what's going to happen.
Oh
So-
yeah.
So talk about the fields with Espinosa. Where basically, their farms and stuff. What do they do with the
So
farms?
Espinosa doesn't have farms. We have our factory in Esteli. The La Zona factory is in Esteli. Half of our portfolio is made at La Zona. The other half is made at AJ's factory in Ocotel. So AJ Fernandez
okay.
makes half our blend,
Okay.
and La Zona makes the other half. So
Okay, we had AJ.
but we
here.
source all the tobacco. Yeah, you had AJ on.
AJ came on with Luciano with Ace Prime. They were having a little. Do you know Luciano?
Another great guy. I love Luciano. Actually, when I was in Chicago, I ran into him in Chicago, and we hung out at the TP a little bit too. Luciano's a great guy, and Miguel Shodell and all the guys. And
Yeah.
Yeah, Brown Heads.
Brian McGee. They're all real good friends.
Awesome.
Oh, well, you've been around so long.
Good
I mean,
people.
really, like you said, you came out. Most people come out with a soccer ball or a baseball. You came out with Leafs, I think, with your family.
I think you were
Wrapped
born.
in tobacco leaf.
Yeah, you were born not in a manger. You were born in a tobacco barn.
It was wrapped in
On a pile of leaves.
Yeah.
Is any of your family members at
That
all?
might have been true.
Is any of your family members involved?
Say that again.
Are any of your family members still
I
left?
have so my cousin Carlos Jack Toraño is the operations director at Gurkha Cigars. Frankie Santos is a distant cousin. He works at AJ.
Okay.
As people with the last name Toraño, I am the last man standing.
Really?
Wow.
All right. Very good. A band in its own way, unless you plan on having some little Rugrats created.
We may have to ask Allison about that.
Yeah.
Seeds now. Let's go back to the leaf.
Yeah. Let's talk about you're harvesting the leaves. Where to buy your leaves from?
So,
Whoever has it available.
How often do you go to the plant, or do you do any of that stuff, or is that all?
I haven't been there. I haven't been there since December of 2017. When COVID hit last year. With Espinosa, my role is different, so I really don't need to go to Nicaragua. I love going there. I love going to La Zona. Before I worked for Eric, every time I was there, I would go to La Zona and I would visit all the factories and visit AJ's factory. I love spending a few days there doing those things. But my role is different. We have the dude that handles 99% of our blending, Hector Alfonso. He's now that COVID is, we can kind of travel to Nicaragua. He'll be going more and more. Junior handles a lot of the boxes and the marketing side of it. and I handle the sales team. So really, I think when this all clears up, we were just getting ready to start factory tours, where we were going to take guys like you guys over to the factory and just spend a few days there. And COVID shut all that down. But I was one of the ones that, if you were lucky enough, you would have been on my trip. You either would have got me or I.
Well, it's all coming to an end, we can still talk about it.
Yeah.
Do you plan on doing the tours again soon? Is that something in serious talk?
We will. We
would love to come down.
Soon, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Soon, I don't know. But we'll definitely, right now we're trying to get through our second trade show in 2.5 months, and then we start looking. Our sights turn to Lazona Palooza, which is our big 3-day festival at the warehouse, which we invite about 200 of the craziest Espinosa fans out there to come and party for 3 days at the warehouse.
Where is this now?
And we have live entertainment and Cuban food in down in Hialeah Gardens in Miami. So we have a great time, but that's a big undertaking. So there's been 5 Lazona 4 of them live. Last year was on Zoom, unfortunately, and this year we're going back live. We're inviting the people back again.
So is that the third one that you're talking about? Was that the third one, or there was something else? Another event?
I'm sorry?
Was that the third event? Because you said there's 3 in 8 months. Is that the third event you're talking about? Or is there another event?
The TPE is back in January.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, the TPE comes back to their original dates, which is end of January.
Wow.
So you're talking about May, July, and January. So it is a crazy time. Throw in Lazona Palooza, plus all the big multi-vendor events that we have to do. We have to do Cigar Fest in the Poconos in October. October 30th, we have the big smoke in Miami. I think there might be like another Houston Wing Ding. All these different multi-vendors are starting to go back to live events, and we've always been a part of all these things. So there's a lot of crazy logistics going on, and to figure out who's going to be where and where we're going to be traveled.
How about the smoking event that Honest
Smoke?
Abe?
The Great Smoke.
The Great Smoke.
The
Great smoke in February.
Yeah, in February. Are you? Do you partake with that with Honest Abe?
So we've only, as Espinosa, we've only missed one of them, and it was the same day that Eric Jr. was married. So we had to skip that one in 2019. We missed that Great Smoke, which was my first year, and then we would have been back last year, but again, didn't have it. There, he did have it.
He had the virtual event.
Right, the virtual. Yes.
He did the virtual. This year he did the virtual.
Yeah.
And then last year we were there last year. I think it was the last live event before everything, all hell broke loose. So
Right. This year we hope to be there in person again. We went down and we were the night before we were at Smoking in Boynton, and they had the Rocky Patel event down there that night. So we had Rocky and Ish and a whole bunch of other people just the night before. It was pretty crazy.
It was the pre-event.
The pre-event.
It was nice, though. A lot of people. Place was packed, actually.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a question for you too. So you talked about the Lazona Palooza. How do you pick people to get invited to the Lazona? Like how does that process go?
Lazona Palooza. So the cool thing about Espinosa is the social media presence is insane with the Espinosa fans. We have our Lazona page. They're constantly tagging. There's people that have taken the literal Espinosa Everyday hashtag that we have and are smoking and posting a different Espinosa every day. We give them an award at the end of the year. So basically all these people that are constantly posting and smoking Espinosa and are hashtagging at Espinosa every day, or Lozonapalooza, whatever, LZP 2021. We look at that, and invites go out based on how much you really were active on social media.
What about celebrities like us? Do we have to
we don't. So the cool thing about it is Abe does Kiss My Ash Radio live from Lozonapalooza on Saturday morning. Coop does his Thursday show live. Dojo does their show live. There's now somebody's going to get pissed at me because there's somebody else that does their show. There's 4 or 5 different podcasts that go live from Lozonapalooza.
Wow.
And
So we could be
listen,
number 5.
all you guys are always
Six.
yeah. You guys are whether you want to do
Six.
whether you want to do a live. Yeah, whether you want to do a live podcast or not, the media is always welcome to those things. So
Gotcha.
Wow, there we go.
All right. So what do we got to do to hook up then for the media? Do we stay in touch with you? Is there a department we got to reach out to get
We got to start tagging them in all our stuff.
Yeah.
We'll
I started that.
You stay in touch with me, but basically it's showing up. I mean, once you're in Miami, Espinosa is you have food, cigars, and craziness for 3 days. So
Wow.
we cover everything except your flights and hotels. So
I just have to drive.
Yeah, Frank's got to drive.
It's easy for me.
you can drive.
Jack, I know you got food there next to you.
So
Do you need to go and eat?
it's okay. It's all right.
Right? I mean, feel free to eat.
No, I'm fine.
I don't want the
We don't want to get it cold.
I don't want the spicy chicken to get
was
cold.
gonna-
Yeah.
I was gonna have a sip of my Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Oh, I love their ice. Their ice is the best ice. It's
A
easy
word
to
from
crunch.
you can buy it, right?
I know.
Did you know that?
You
Yeah.
can buy Chick-fil-A
You
ice.
go to the counter and for like $1, you get a big bag of Chick-fil-A ice.
Yep.
Yep.
I love their ice.
Okay.
Their ice is
Go
the best.
just asking how much money do I have, Ronnie? Goni, not much. We're looking for sponsors. How about Gurkha sponsoring us?
Yeah, really.
Let's get that. I mean, Jack's
Just
cousin
among
works
friends.
there. We are looking for sponsors, Goni. We'll talk.
We're just
You
as
guys-
good as family.
I had
Right?
to wait a minute and a half. You guys named off like 9 sponsors. How many more sponsors do you have?
Oh, we have more. We do have some more. You want? We do have some more, and Frank will do that. So if you want to grab a quick bite and chew, we'll go to sponsor stuff if you want. That's what
Yeah,
you
get you the
Go do
Chick-fil-A.
some sponsor stuff.
Perfect.
All right,
Perfect.
Go ahead, folks. We're going to go to some more sponsors, and you too can become a sponsor on the Great Lakes Smoke Show.
that
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is our next sponsor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cody.
Cody's still got to talk to Gurkha there. Go ahead, Frank. Take it away.
Cigar Prop started off as one item, a simple cigar rest born out of necessity. Over the years, Cigar Prop has morphed into something greater. Cigar Prop is now a brand, a journey, a way of life. It has become known as Prop Style. That simple cigar rest has turned into a whole line of cigar accessories, apparel, and even a weekly live show called the I Tap That Cigar Show. So remember, make sure you give your cigars the props they deserve, but more importantly, remember to live prop style. Johnny D. Teas out of Lakeville, Illinois are a veteran-owned company that take great pride in their work. Their goal is not to fulfill one order, but to earn all future orders by offering the best products at unbeatable prices. Ask any of their repeat customers and they'll tell you their quality is always the highest and their prices are always the lowest. Shop any Veterans Collection and 25% of the proceeds will be donated back to the veterans of foreign wars or the American Legion.
This is Phil Morgan, General Manager of Missouri Meerschaum Corncob Pipes in Washington, Missouri. Our mission since 1869 has been to produce great smoking pipes that anyone can afford. We guarantee our pipes won't be your most expensive, but they just might be the ones you smoke the most. At Missouri Meerschaum Company, we don't just sell our corncob pipes. We grow them, make them, and smoke them. Missouri Meerschaum, Washington, Missouri, since 1869.
Specializing in tobacco pipe refurbishment and sales, Briar 911 buys and sells all kinds of pipes from a single pipe to entire collections. Our services include stem repair, replacement, deoxidation, and sanitization, reaming, cleaning, and bowl sanitizing, shank crack repair, buffing, and waxing. We make sure that each pipe is ready to smoke once it leaves our shop. For more info, contact us via Facebook at Briar 911.
And
We're back.
Hey.
All right.
All right, there we go, folks. Did you enjoy a little bit, or should we go some more sponsors?
See, I told you have a lot of sponsors. I got through my fries.
We got 10 more sponsors while you were doing that.
I mean, you see where we travel to, right, Jack? So we need all these people to help us get to these places.
I'm gonna tell you that you have something I've never seen before. You have another podcast advertising on your podcast, which is I've never seen that before.
You see that?
Cigar Pop. That was great.
We are somebody.
Yeah.
Kevin,
As much as we'd like to think so, anyway.
Yes.
And you have to like the voiceover talent that they hired. Did you hear that? I mean, some of that voiceover is just so damn good.
Yeah.
That was Bill Pardo, right?
That's when I put on my voiceover voice.
anyway,
Don Pardo.
so Don Pardo.
Bob had too much to drink already.
More like Groucho Marx over there.
Oh,
Anyway, so what we're going to be doing also, if you'd like to stay on board, but before I do that, actually, hold on. If people want to get involved with Espinosa Cigars and their brick and mortar is not available, is there a website or something they can deal directly to order? Do you have anything going on, especially with the COVID part? Did you guys come up with anything of that?
No, they can't. No, they can't. They can't order. There's nowhere to order online as a retailer. But EspinosaCigars.com. I mean, I think between Eric, myself, Hector, Richie, I mean, we're all really easy to get hold of. So we've never had that problem. But you can't order them. At least from us, you can't order them. So
Gotcha.
Okay. So let me ask you this: every company's in it to grow, but how big would you say Eric wants to become, or does he want to stay controllable and grow at a slow pace? Or like you would say you're in the boutique world, or you want to step it up, to the known world? I mean, what's his vision? Has he ever shared that with you guys in the War Room?
I don't even know what boutique means anymore, to be honest with you.
This is true.
I mean, there is, because to me there has to be, if you have broken everybody down into either boutique or the big boys, there has to be so many different categories of what boutique is, because there's so many levels.
Yes.
I mean, I worked at a company that I considered sub boutique in Duran. I mean, we couldn't even be classified as boutique, but we like to say we were. But I think Crown Heads, Roma Craft, Espinosa. I mean, if those guys are the true essence of what a boutique cigar is, then I think I mean, we're happy in that sense, but believe me, Eric wants to grow as fast as possible and sell the company for $50 million if we can. That's the American dream, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. Well,
But,
it's passion. I mean, it's passion.
Then you lose a little control, though. A lot.
I've been with him in meetings. This slow growth thing, I assure you, has never come up in meetings.
Well, you have to have quality control too, because sometimes you can grow so fast that you lose control.
Yep.
And then then you got bad product coming out with quality control, and you're just pushing out leaf on leaf, and they're not ready to be done, and you need the leaf to
more personalized.
Yes.
I had some concerns about that, not only with us, but with most manufacturers in COVID. That none of us could forecast for a pandemic, and none of us forecasted that there was going to be basically a mini boom, that people between alcohol and tobacco just took off the last 6-7 months of the year, and all of us were facing backorder problems because we couldn't keep up with demand.
Right.
Yeah.
My concern is when things like that happen, then manufacturers try to get things out to the public, and that's where you suffer with quality control. But happy that Eric wasn't one of the ones that was trying to rush everything out, and we went a good 2 or 3 months, 17 SKUs back ordered. So
Wow.
it is what it is, but you don't want to try to cheat the process, because what will be affected is construction. And 99% of the time, people don't complain about flavor. Palates are different. It's because I don't like a cigar, or you don't like a cigar, doesn't mean it's not a good cigar. I mean, I've had cigars that people tell me are fantastic that I'm like, it doesn't do it for me. And I've had cigars that people say suck that I thought were fantastic. So everybody's palate's different. And nobody really takes the time to contact the manufacturer because, the cigar doesn't taste or hit their palate. But 99.9% of the time, if that cigar doesn't draw well, or burns wrong, or has construction issues, boy, you hear about that all the time. And that's what you got to avoid. And and when you start cheating process and rushing things out, those are the kind of things that can happen. So luckily, we didn't have any of that. We've caught up with inventory. Things are going well, and moving forward. Hopefully, post COVID, put all this shit behind us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
So you're breaking in a new salesman down in that area. Who do you got? Do you you have our area tied up? I mean, is there a rep? Or you looking for people up in this area, the Chicagoland area?
No, I got a great rep in Chicago. I got Tyler Jones. Tyler Jones is a phenomenal. Tyler Jones is a kid I met when he was like 19 years old, in the military, and hung out at Stogie Smoke Shop in Ohio. And I knew this kid was going to be great for the industry. He had a passion for cigars at 19, 20 years old, knew what he was talking about. Absolutely. If there's an it in cigars, he had it. And the moment he left the military, we hired him.
Nice.
The moment his time was up, we hired him, and he's covering, part of Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, and Wisconsin, and he's doing a great job. We got another in-house guy, Tony Gomez, who does Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and then we were kind of struggling in this area here. We were using some brokers that wasn't really working out. Not their fault. I mean, they were also battling, COVID and the restrictions, but we decided we really wanted to move toward hiring an in-house rep for Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and Mississippi.
Oh, nice.
So we did some interviewing, and I always reach out to all the people I know in this industry, and I got great friends at General Cigar and Nick Nunziata, who is one of the regional managers here in Georgia, spoke really highly of Gavin. His name's Gavin Grantham. Gavin Grantham. And Gavin worked at a shop for the last 3 years. He's, again, military guy, works at a shop in Huntsville, Alabama, and he was ready to make the move to basically be a road warrior. And we loved him. We interviewed him. We had good meetings with him, and starting June 1st, he became our third in-house rep. So we got 9 brokers and 3 in-house reps right now.
Wow, that's fabulous.
That's the mix. So this is my first time getting to travel with him. It'll be his first trade show, so he's very excited about it. And judging by what I saw today, he's going to be good. This guy's got the gift of gab, which you definitely need in this industry.
You need.
Oh, yeah.
No question about it. I mean, Frank would be a great rep too. He's got the gift.
Yep.
There you go.
I don't have any gifts.
We know that.
I actually charge. I charge. Nothing's given.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we just want to, if you would like to, we do a segment called Stump the Chooch, and Chooch in Italian is the jackass. And Frank basically asks us the kind of history questions of the day to try to make us look like a bunch of chooches. And I'd like to invite you, if you want to stay on and get some good laughs and see how stupid we could be. And then
how can I say no? How can I say no to the chooch?
Nobody says no to the chooches.
Yeah.
Nobody ever says no to the chooch.
We just made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Hey, well, he knows jackasses when he looks at him. So
It's easy. I have 3 jackasses right there that I have to deal with week in and week out, Jack. So your first name is good because all I have to do is add ass to it. Jack ass. And you're looking at them, the 3 clowns right there.
There we are.
So
All
I'm gonna do with this.
Hold on, Frank. We got to give the present out for
Oh,
this week.
yeah, okay.
We're giving away today.
This week, because of in honor of Jack in Florida, he probably knows this guy really well, hanging out at Corona Cigars. We got a great hat that Jeff sent us. It's FS.
He can't hear us.
FSG Cigars. And
It's a nice hat.
it is a nice hat, guys. Got a nice lid on,
Hold
tip on it.
He can't hear us. We lost him.
We lost Jack.
We lost his audio.
Jack, can you hear us?
No.
No,
he's
we
out.
lost you.
Did your earphones die?
Did your headphones maybe died?
Your headphones die?
Oh, there we
Something is
go.
happening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Now we can.
Yeah, I can't hear you guys.
I
Oh,
don't know.
You can't hear us anymore?
Maybe the batteries in your headphones are dead.
Hello?
Yeah,
We can hear you.
we can hear you.
Pull
All right.
out your headphone
I'm
and see if
gonna
you can hear
sign
us.
off and sign back on.
Okay, sounds good.
No problem. There we go. All right. For all you folks that are out there, we are going to be looking at Facebook, Kyle and I, and this is going to be tonight's special giveaway, a beautiful hat by Jeff at Corona Cigars.
yes.
And this will be tonight's winner. So we're going to put that back here. And while Jack is coming on, no, Goni, we did not call Jack an ass. No, we did not. He's just,
going.
Goni starting
Wow,
trouble on our
wait.
show.
Goni, get your hearing aids in. I said Jack, and then we add the word ass, and then we get the 3 guys there.
All right, I'm back. I can hear you.
There you are, Jack.
Just to let everybody know, in July on Unravel, we will have Goni Herrera from Gurkha Cigars coming
All
in
right.
studio to show what it's like in with the Gurkha Cigars when he unravels them. So Goni's a friend of ours, guys. So bear with us. We
And
do a
Dave's
lot of
already
back and
predicting
forth.
the future. Just give the
I
hats.
love Goni. I love Goni.
Yeah, and Goni actually said the kid that you were talking about is doing a great job. He runs across him. So there you
Goni's
go.
trying to steal them, you see? Right away.
Watch Gurkha.
If you see it, the problem is if Goni steals, Goni loses a job. So
Yeah, because I know that you know the guy that runs. Goni,
Oh,
you better
I mean,
behave.
the kid that he's talking about works Goni's area. Where's he gonna put him? In Goni's Don't worry, Goni. If Gurkha steals Tyler, I'll steal Goni.
Okay. Well, we got nothing to do with that. Goni, we got a better job for you. I don't know.
That sounds like a fair trade. It's like,
Well,
we
I
don't
don't know. This kid's 23. He's got a lot of life left in him.
Goni doesn't have a lot of life left. I heard that.
Goni, listen, Goni and I are on the back nine of life.
Kid's got
That's
40
just
years.
Goni. That's just Goni. This kid's gonna way outlive me. So.
Well, you're still young anyway, so you got plenty of time to go. But anyway, thanks for hanging loose. And now we're going to go to Frank Stump
The
And it's time to play Stump the Chooch. And as you can see, the Chooch is always smoking something. And today he's smoking a Espinosa and Habano. And I'm enjoying every minute of this. I'll be smoking it down to the nub because it's so damn good.
It's not running.
No, it's not running hot. No, why would it run hot? It's a well-crafted cigar.
Absolutely.
What the hell's wrong with you, Chooch?
Exactly. Tell him. Now we're got it. Now we're talking.
So what happened on this day?
So I'm changing it up a little bit on this day in music history, Bob. So this is right up your alley.
Okay.
Nice. All right. So Bill Wyman became the first Rolling Stone in 1974 to release a solo album.
Monkey Grip Glue.
Damn, Bob! I knew Bob would be all over this.
Yeah, well, he's going to let him say it. Frank hates when you cut him off short.
Yeah.
Well, when he talks about music, I mean, come on.
Goni, where's the answer, Goni?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all right, Bob, you got that one. Let's see if you'll get this one. All right, in 1974, yet again, 74 was a great year for music on this day. So David Bowie started a 4-week run at the top of the UK charts with his third #1 album. What was it called?
Stardust? No.
Ziggy Stardust.
The cover features Bowie as a striking half man, half dog.
Yeah. Diamond Dog. Yeah.
There we go. Diamond Dogs. There we go, Bob. All right. There we go. See, Bob isn't as dumb as he looks.
But he looks like a good
You
stuff.
You guys got any trivia from this century? What the hell?
Listen, it is 1974. You should have been. Were you not into music?
With you.
I'll tell you what. Bill Wyman was replaced when he left by what bass player?
Ooh.
Oh.
And he's been there for 20
Ronnie
years.
Wood.
Ronnie Wood.
Ronnie Wood actually played bass for the Jeff Beck group.
Ronnie Wood is still there.
Yeah,
still there.
But he's not the bass player.
And he actually looks pretty good. I think he turned 80.
Yeah. And his wife, I think, is finally 19 or 20.
The bass player for the Rolling Stones is Daryl Jones.
Daryl Jones.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
There you go.
Nice.
Very good. Yeah.
There's a good trivia
Absolutely.
right there.
Goni says he wasn't even born in 74.
Oh,
Goni.
Goni.
I saw pictures of Goni at an Elvis concert in like '57. So
And he still looked the same.
and he was old then.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a response.
Okay. What's the next one, Frank?
All right. Here's a good one. Again, 1974. I'm stuck on this year.
Okay.
All right. Paul
Still-
McCartney and the Wings went #1 on the U.S. singles chart with what song, Bob? Listen,
Run.
George, yes. George Harrison unwittingly contributed to the first line of one part of the song. What was the line?
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't know that one. I wasn't born yet.
Goni, we need
Wow.
an answer.
Oh, Bob, I'm disappointed.
Wow.
He said this during one of the many Beatles business meetings.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, Bob, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. If we ever get out of here.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
Yep. There you go.
One
You guys
more.
want
for
one
us.
more?
One more for us,
All
and then
right.
we'll
One
give
more.
it to the
One
audience.
more, Frank.
Because
All right.
the rest of that Chick-fil-A.
All right. This was a little bit. This was sad. This was a little sad. 1987. I'm going to go to now. Luther Vandross His session drummer jumped to his death from the 17th floor hotel window, having told his wife he was tired of living in the shadow of Vandross. Who was he?
Ooh,
Ooh,
I don't know.
That's a hell of a question, Frank. That's so morbid.
Listen, his first name, I'm giving you a big hint here. He played for the Yankees and he was a catcher, and he was known for his many sayings.
Yogi Berra.
Well, Yogi Horton. Yogi Horton was the man.
I did not know that.
Okay,
Yeah.
me on that one. That's for
right.
sure.
Yep. You guys are learning something tonight, finally.
Bruce was getting all over it.
Bruce is all over that.
He's all over it. He really wants his hat tonight.
No, he doesn't want the hat.
Well, he's going to get the hat.
No, he doesn't want
Just on spite.
Yeah, we've already got his address. We'll just start sending it to him.
You know, hey, he made out really good today with Bruce Bush from Karen Berger.
Guess who's on? Bruce Butch.
Bruce!
Hey,
Bruce!
What's
Hey.
up, Bruce?
Well,
Everybody.
there you are. Did you fall out on me, Jack?
What
There
happened?
you
I
go.
did. You guys put me backstage for a second.
We put you in the back page? We got tossed to the back page?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I don't know what
You guys
happened.
were
We
so
thought you
excited
wanted to go to
so
the green
excited
room
about
to
that.
enjoy.
All right, so this is for the money or the hat, whichever comes first.
The hat.
The hat. Here we go. I'll
Audience.
make it easy. Here we go. On this day, Dolly Parton in 1974 was #1 on the U.S. country chart with this hit song. Elvis Presley indicated he wanted to cover the song, and Dolly was interested until Presley's manager, Colonel Tom Parker, told her it was standard procedure to sign over half of the publishing rights to any song Elvis recorded.
Wow.
Parton refused. What was the name of that song?
Wow.
Goni says 9 to 5.
No, Goni only knows one
No.
Dolly Parton song.
No.
Mike says 5 to 9.
No. Okay, I am
Still-
going to give you a
I'm
hint.
gonna go with Suspicious Minds. Suspicious
No.
Minds.
No, that was
No.
definitely Elvis.
No,
Come on,
No.
audience, write down who wants a beautiful.
Here's the hint. It was re-released by Whitney Houston 10 years later and became a huge hit.
Mm.
The theme from The Bodyguard.
I will always love you.
That's another hint, folks.
And
Jack
Alan,
Toraño giving a hint.
Alan Carson, I will always love you.
There we go. I will
There it
always love you guys.
Alan
Dolly
Carson.
There you go. We have a winner. Alan Carson, one of our sponsors.
All right.
All right. Very good, Alan. I'll have the hat, and if you want to join me, what's the next one? At the end of the month, I'll bring this to you in person. Very
Nice.
good. All right. Well, Jack, we want to thank you very much for your time. We're sorry
It was
we
a lot
hit
of fun, guys.
the evening.
Thank you.
And we are looking very forward to seeing you in person in roughly 1 month.
Yes.
We
yes.
will be out in Vegas with you and Eric, and we hope you can sit down and grab Eric for 6 minutes instead of 5. And have
I like how you said. I like how you said with you. With you.
Yeah.
I'll be with you. I like how you said that.
The
Anyway,
New Yorker comes out, you know.
We'll
can't
be
take
with you. And Goni's going to be with us too. We'll be with you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, he certainly will. Like I said, he's going to be in studio here in July. So he's going to do. We do a new segment called Unravel, and that's where cigar manufacturer opens up and literally unravels the cigar.
And we
talks
find
about
out,
the wrapper,
what's
It's
the
not
binder.
really a segment. It's a whole show.
It's a show.
It's a whole new show.
Yeah.
Whole new
Yep.
show.
That's it. What can I tell you? Anyway, listen, Jack. Again, thank you.
for your
Thank you
time.
very much.
Thank you, Jack.
We'll let you go back to that Cuban
Thank you.
sandwich you
Thank you.
ordered.
Chick-fil-A.
The Chick-fil-A Cuban sandwich. Hey, that's a great idea. I love it.
Not bad, not bad.
They really should
Yeah.
market that.
Hey guys, listen. I look forward to seeing you guys next month, and maybe possibly at Lazona Palooza. Thank you for having me on. It was
Absolutely.
a lot of fun.
Thank you. Everybody,
Stay well.
We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, man.
Everybody, we hope you had a fantastic time. Enjoyed the conversation with Jack Torano of Espinosa Cigars, a fabulous guest. We had a lot of laughs with him, and we are looking forward to seeing him next month. What does Scotty say? I can hang with the Toranos anytime.
Toranos.
Absolutely.
Toraño.
Yeah, well.
Not Tirianos.
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie's trying to turn it Italian.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, everybody.
Right?
Hey,
That's
what do you
Ronnie is a
expect?
drink.
No. That was Italian verbiage.
There
Well, there we go.
There we
To
go.
all of us, to all of you. Have a
To all
great-
of us, from all of you, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Perdomo Taj Mahal here. You know?
It really is.
They're stopping by. Oh, I heard about you. I smoke your cigars. I love it.
That's the short story behind how Christoph got started. It's actually named after our son, Christopher.
We're infamous for our packaging. Everybody knows Gurkha's got the best packaging, the most beautiful labels.
All your listeners out there, thank you. Be careful, be safe, and God bless you.
Long ashes and slow burns, my friend.
There you go.
Tell my brothers to line them up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful.